my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Joyce Anyanwu. Yes, my people, today I brought to you another trending news in Arise TV, with Arise morning show. In this news they will be talking about 2Face Idibia visiting Edo House of Assembly, and when he got there, a lot of commotion, a lot of distraction. I don't know, according to what the morning show is talking about, that a lady, I don't know, they did not really, they were just hiding, but somebody that is watching would quote that 2Face went there because of his new girlfriend, after he came out to announce that he is separating with his wife Anna. So now, according to what we have been seeing, is going out with a politician, in Edo State. So he went there to visit. So a lot of commotion, a lot of reaction. So that is the first thing they will be talking about. And the second is when Mr. Adeshino was praising his wife with interview with in Arise, this same Arise TV. But the interview was with Rufai. So the way he was praising him, will be watching also in this video. So I just want all of us to sit down together and watch. Please drop your own thought in the comment section. And another one they will be talking, there's a lot of, it's trending news. This Arise morning show is always about trending news with OG. Okay, yes. So another one they will be talking, how Oyo State medical doctor will protecting for 100 days power failure. A whole university medical student teaching hospital, 100 days, there is no power, there is no electricity. My God, I don't know what will happen. I don't know what has gone wrong in that hospital right now. Anyway, so they will be talking when the former president Obasanjo and the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar met in Ogun State. So these two people, you people know them, the way they have been giving themselves pakpo. So I don't know, as we'll be listening to this, as we will be watching this video, we will see what they went there for, what happened among them, if they greeted themselves, if they, if they removed their faces, what was their reaction as they met in that Ogun State. So anyway, my beautiful people, there is a lot to watch in this video. As we will be watching, we'll be seeing even Trump, America, trending news, anything trending. So this is where we normally watch in Arise TV morning show. So if you love trending news and you love Arise morning show, let's watch together. Please drop your own opinion in the comment section, your own thought about what everything that Arise morning show will be talking about. Just drop your own. We know these people, and especially when it comes to Rufai, the way he used to give his own straight, and he don't have time. Anyway, my beautiful people, let's just watch together. Then I will come back and react. Please drop your own thought in the comment section. Thank you.
And what's trending now? On a lighter note today, starting in Edo State, where legendary Afrobeats musician 2Face Idibia made an unanticipated visit to the Edo State House of Assembly on Monday, causing disruption and public speculation. The visit comes in the wake of rumors about his alleged romantic involvement with an assembly member following his recent separation from his wife, actress Idibia. Let's take a look at this video before we take some reactions.
Now 2Face, so guys, 2Face just entered the House of Assembly and he has caused commotion everywhere. 2Face in the Edo State House of Assembly right now. Commotion everywhere. Now 2Face.
All right, that is a confirmed video. We did see 2Face at the Edo Assembly. I mean, this video actually sparked reactions, like I said, because of the conversation that has been going on social media regarding his whether alleged affair with a House of Assembly member. Let me take this tweet from Livis, who wrote, "Is 2Face an Edo guy? If there's nothing wrong, does he have any political role or appointments in Edo State House of Assembly? What happened to Benue State House of Assembly? I don't think he should be there, except they summoned him there, which I'm doubting they did." Another ex-user wrote, "A legislative assembly is actually a public place. People can enter to listen on proceedings. Where he is seated is called the gallery and not the hallowed chambers. That's downstairs where elected members sit. Members of the public can attend but not participate. Cheers." And thank you for that clarification. I mean, for our users on social media who have, gone on saying that he's, participating in Edo politics. But, it saddens my heart as well with the conversations that have been going on regarding 2Face and his beautiful wife, Annie Idibia. I mean, I think that once you're a public figure, this sort of conversations, will come up. I'd like some sort of, detailed analysis as to, these what we've been hearing so far, and of course the issues with
okay, so
marriage.
The woman has been named, but I won't mention her name.
No, of course not.
The honourable member of Edo State House of Assembly, and I say this because she's actually come out to refute the claims. It's not the first time.
Yes.
She said it was, in fact, in her words, or her spokesperson said, false and baseless. But you can then, this was before this appearance, by the way, so you can then imagine people's response or reaction when they saw 2Face, who is from Benue State, at least the last time we checked, going to Edo State House of Assembly to, to experience or to witness their proceedings. As the last tweet said, absolutely correct. Yes. I can choose to go to Kaduna State and sit in the gallery because I'm interested. So maybe what he might need to clarify is what was so particularly interesting in the conversation on the day that made him attend. He's not a politician. Doesn't have any ties, at least that we know currently, to Edo State. He was married to a lady from Akwa Ibom State, and I don't think once he went to the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, even for his wife's sake. So it's interesting. Now, of course, the reason why this is making a lot of news and trending is because of the recent announcement that he made with regards to the separation between he and his wife, whom they'd been in a relationship since they were teenagers. And even though we've tried to abstain from that because it's a very personal matter and their lives involved, their children involved, when we had this issue come out, it's a trending news, we have to talk about it. The other angle to it as well is that the two, the honourable member and 2Face, were seen or spotted together, outside the club recently. But we are not here to x-ray someone's personal or private life. I think what makes it even more particularly interesting is that both of them are public figures. One is an entertainer, the second is a politician. And she has been, she's the deputy. Well, okay, let me end there. Let me stay there. Let me stay there. Yeah. But she came out to refute. So she
we can't say that. We cannot add.
Let me not give any. Go and Google. Research about the female lawmakers in Edo State.
You have been trying so hard.
Truth is,
yeah.
I feel for both of them.
Yes.
Annie and 2Face. And I don't know what might have transpired, but I believe in the coming together of two people to make a life journey together, especially when people are involved. It's always a sad tale when we have here and there. And like Ayo, you said rightly, I do not think we should attract anything to it because, see, the truth has to be said. He can go there and observe. In fact, there was a point in Nigeria back in the colonial days that people used to actually go to the National Assembly gallery to be able to attend and observe. So I don't want to bring this up. But concerning the marriage, a lot of people are saying, you people didn't speak about. I do not know what has transpired.
Yeah.
Probably, if it's not too late, I pray what binded them at first together can bring them back together. But if that's not the case, worst case scenario, I do not believe that marriages are over and it's over forever. See, Audrey, I've seen a case of a lady that her parents were separated for 31 years and they still came back together.
All right, Rufai is giving us hope here.
So if afterwards, if that is not going to be the case, they should just remember the interests of their children. That's my priority.
All right.
And may God help them.
All right. Adefemi Akinsoya, really
Thank
quickly.
you, Oji. Very, very quickly. What were you doing there? Sorry, I actually want to know what were you
What
doing
was
there?
2Face doing there? Okay.
What were you doing there?
All right.
That's my issue there. And then just very, very quickly on this topic of their marriage. Don't know these people personally. Don't know anything about their marriage. But one thing I would say is that I think it was a bit distasteful for him to release that statement.
Yes.
It's one thing if people release a joint statement or allow, if anything, the woman in question to be the person to say this is what's going on. I thought it was distasteful, and I thought he was motivated by attention, and I think that's exactly the motivation behind his appearance at the Edo House State of Assembly. So tell us why you went there, or just be quiet.
Motivated by attention. I mean, that carries a heavy weight. Now, and that statement for our viewers really was the fact that he and Annie are no longer together. It's it's better that they come out with a joint statement. I mean, that's what I think marriage counselors always advise. Just try not to, put these things in the public eye without, having some sort of, balance to the story. But we'll follow up on it. And, it was a trending story, and I thought that we should just juice off the segment to start with. But also, speaking about the issue of relationships, the president of the African Development Bank, Akinwumi Adesina, spoke lovingly about his wife, Grace Yemisi Adesina. During an interview with our very own Rufai Oseni, Adesina spoke about how he wooed his wife with his culinary skills and described her as his best friend, who he owes most of his success. Let's take a look.
My wife is my best friend. She is my counselor. She's my prayer partner. She's my strength. She is several times sharper than myself. And I actually, there's nothing that I do that I don't discuss intellectually with her, because she holds me intellectually on the grinding mill. So I used to tell President Jonathan when I was minister in Nigeria that, Mr. President, it's not possible for me to come to the Federal Executive Council and bring a memo here that is rejected. And he said, no, Akin, what do you mean by that? I said, well, because it has to go through a grace test at home.
Yeah,
and it was
a process.
A very, very brutal process. And so that's who she is. She supports me. She's a great listener. She's a great supporter. And she put her career on hold all throughout these years, just listening to me, supporting me, and helping me. So whatever I am today, it's a joint work of ours over the years. And President Obasanjo is the one who gets it really well. He says, well, Akin, he calls me Akin 45. And he calls Yemisi Grace, he calls her Yemisi 55. And I asked him why. He said, because 55% of your success is due to her, and 45% is due to me. I've been trying to get 1% more since that time. I've not succeeded.
That's a good place not to succeed at.
He's been trying 1%. I mean, Rufai, that was a brilliant interview. I love you. Did you read out a comment saying?
No, I was saying that.
Oh, you were saying
you love love.
I love stories. And I saw you listening attentively, Rufai. I hope you learned a few things from that interview.
I learned a lot.
Because you know why I'm asking that question?
I know.
We are waiting for wedding bells.
See,
all right, go ahead.
The truth is, I love Audrey.
Yes.
If it has to be done, it has to be done rightly.
Yeah.
I've had my few share of shenanigans, with relationships. So it's not that I don't love love. And the truth is, when you see people that do it rightly, I know this couple. I know how Auntie Grace dotes on him, and he dotes on her. She left her own career just to be able to be with her man and make him, successful. Hear him say 55% is for her, 45% is for him. We have a lot of men in our public life today that you don't even know which is wife number 1 or wife number 100. We have a lot of men that we see the way they treat their wives. We have a lot of men that have no regard for their wife, that is slave mama everywhere. The proliferation of this slave mama phenomenon is because of some men and politicians. I know I'm throwing stone, but it's true. Let's say it the way it is. So when you now see a man talks glowingly about love, we can only hope for the best. I'm an incurable optimist in the power of love. That's why I was still saying, I know things have gone south between Two-Face and his wife, but I will still want, probably, if it can be fixed at some point, because I believe love is endless.
Yes.
So kudos to him.
Yes.
And I think it should also be a great for other men. But the truth is, I know it's not that easy. For the fact that he's found somebody that is good with him does not mean other people will find. Some people, we've had cases of women, taking knives and cutting off a man's schmeckles, hurting the man, and the man hurting the wife, husband killing the wife killing the husband.
Yeah.
It's not been palatable for them, but we pray for the grace to find a good one.
Yes.
So, because in the end, Oji, in those dying days, and see, I have been with a man that has been in his dying days, and I've watched him die. That was my father.
Oh.
In the end, it was not the achievements that mattered. It was the people that loved him.
Yeah.
And he loved in return.
Yeah.
That was the most important thing.
All right. They always say love wins at the end of the day. Love wins. Kudos, Rufai, on your interview with Akiumi Adesina.
Thank you. And I didn't do it alone. No, Matthew, the African Development
yeah, Matthew is our great camera guy. He was awesome.
That was there. We all take the glory. It was not about me. It was about the African Development Bank, Sam,
absolutely.
Shanti, Matthew,
Kudos to all
Harry,
Rice crew as well that did the interview. And Rufai, there are a lot of headlines that came out from your interview, including the one on the Daily Trust newspaper.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping my fingers crossed to see if he actually would run for presidency.
Let me just say something very quickly. Beyond the love for his wife, which he extolled, his wife whom he extolled, he also talked about love for country. And I really thought he said something really great about God not making a mistake, making him Nigerian, and that he looks forward to the day when the green passport will be respected, and he will do everything to make that work.
I mean,
whether you're running for presidential office or not, every single Nigerian should have that mindset.
Yes.
Pride for nation, love for nation, and just thinking, how can I make this green passport better in my hands? I thought that was a really great part of the interview.
Fantastic. Well, all right. Now, good job, Rufai. Let's head over now to Oyo State, where medical students at the University of Ibadan staged a protest over a prolonged power outage that has lasted more than 100 days at the University College Hospital. The students who are trained at the teaching hospital said the lack of electricity had severely disrupted academic and clinical activities. While during the protest, the students carried placards that read, "Save UCH," and demanded immediate government intervention. Let's take a look at this video. This video was quite infuriating to watch. Ayo, Adefemi, you weren't here when we took this story. I believe it was about two weeks ago. At that point, they were protesting 89 days of power outage. Now it has gone to 100 days. I believe the power minister was there during that, protest, which is, of course, their fundamental right to do. And he was promising them that he was going to try to look into the matter after 100 days. I mean, this just seems like, is this a joke?
It feels like it. And I think that's really underscores the pain of these people. You're not taking us seriously.
Yeah.
And rather than coming out and talking to us about what you're trying to do or what you're thinking that you'll have to do, you should have done something. Perhaps had you done that instead of your appearance, that would have been more welcome, that would have been more appreciated. And I think that this is a recurring thing when it comes to this country. Sometimes the people, even though we're supposed to have the most power, our voice is supposed to be heard first, we're just not considered, we're not taken seriously. And I think that's just what it is. You're treating these people as though they're an eyesore, as though they're an earful, as though what they're talking about doesn't really matter. More than 100 days is abysmal. And I think that because people can survive, you're just expected to continue to do it. More than 100 days without any light.
Ridiculous.
More than 100 days without...
I think for me, it's at a government teaching hospital. How do you clamp down on these sort of arrangements?
So a number of things that shouldn't be heard at all. So the reason for the blackout is that the Ibadan electricity distribution company disconnected the hospital from the national grid because of a debt of 495 million naira. And this happened 100 days ago. When it comes to payment of debts, we can understand that they want to recover their costs by ensuring that the hospital pays its debt. So the question around that is that, in terms of the Ministry of Health, why was this bill not paid?
Yeah,
why are they owing 495 naira to the DISCO? The DISCO is not a charity organization. They also need funds to run. Then on the other side of it is that why has it taken 100 days, several protests, I'm sure a number of advocacy groups talking about this, that the government is still talking about? We will talk about how to sort ourselves out. Are we serious at all? UCH Ibadan used to be one of the most reputable hospitals, teaching hospitals in Africa. In fact, we had royal families from the Middle East come to seek a medical intervention in this particular hospital. When I was in secondary school, I was a science student and I wanted to be a doctor. I recall that when I was going to explore the option of studying medicine in Nigeria, what came up highly on that on the number was University of Ibadan, UCH, the UCH Teaching Hospital, because of how a lot of doctors, the quality, the caliber of doctors that were produced from that hospital was. It's a shame to see what this is reduced to. And don't forget, this is alongside a plethora of challenges facing the health sector in Nigeria. We're still looking at jackpot doctors. Why would a doctor want to work under this kind of conditions? We're trying to find a way to keep our doctors back home so that our best brains don't go abroad and serve other countries. And look at what we're facing. So imagine the number of deaths, imagine the number of procedures that were hampered by results of lack of power. Imagine the amount of money spent on fuel. This is why you go to hospital, they'll ask you to bring money for fuel if you want to be treated. This is how corruption, so I don't think at 100 days we should still be talking about what should we be doing. Heads should be rolling. Who made this happen? Why has this not been sorted out?
Must roll on this issue. I mean, Rufai, go ahead quickly.
So when the minister did come there to the protesters, they yelled at him, and it was, only needed. So what's the beginning of the problem? Let's go back to what caused the problem. The problem was this Band A thing.
Yeah, we talked about the other time.
The cost went up. But I thought they said they were going to give concessions to the hospital, because obviously the bill shouldn't have racked up over 400 and something, 5 million. But once the tariffs increased because of this Band A thing, at some point they were floating around giving concessions, to the hospitals and other, public parastatals like that. So I think what we should do is let's see how we can reverse that. Temporarily put them back on the grid and have a payment plan.
Yes.
At some point, some people have to shoulder the burden and all of that.
That's it.
Tariffs were increased, but guess what happened? What's it called? The budget pre-provision to the healthcare center didn't increase. Over 230 billion was supposed to be the budget for capital project, but only 23 billion was executed.
Well, all right. I mean, at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. Our students cannot be demoralized in this matter. You're right, Rufai. Put these students back on the national grid so that they can resume their school activities. Our students cannot be demoralized for any reason whatsoever, please. Well, in Bayelsa State, Governor Doye Diri last week paid an unscheduled visit to St. Jude's Girls Secondary School in Yenagoa for an on-site inspection of the school and other public facilities in the area. The governor, who was once a teacher, posted the video of his visit on X, saying that the visit brought back memories of his classroom experience as a teacher. Let's take a look.
Tap your fingers. Happy and you know it, tap your fingers. If you're happy and you know it, then your life will surely be. If you're happy and you know it, tap your fingers. All of us today were once like you. And out of you, there are governors. Out of you, there are doctors. Out of you, there are professors. Out of you, there are entrepreneurs. Out of you are leaders. You can build all the roads, but the most important thing are you guys, the students.
I mean, this was so beautiful to watch the governor do this. And this is what you do to, try to ginger your students in the school. But the governor also had directed Commissioner of Education to conduct a comprehensive assessment of the state of the schools. And he says that he's committed to a stronger educational system in Bayelsa State. The federal government also have to commit to this sort of thing. You have to commit to a better educational system in the country. Health, education, all these are paramount in our governance system. While also in Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu received youth organizations at the Lagos House in Ikeja on Monday, where he announced the 2024-2025 Lagos State Youth Ambassadors. So let's take a look.
This is the one I wanted to be. This is the way I wanted to be.
The ambassador of Atiku division is Bukola.
I mean, congratulations, yes. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I love this initiative. And you know that they said that the youth organizations that were present at that event included members of the Lagos State Youth Parliament and Nigerian Youth Parliament and the Lagos State chapter of National Youth Council of Nigeria. I have the names of the ambassadors. I'll read them out. But I think that this whole arrangement with the Lagos State government, just shows that, the youth inclusive, including the youth in governance system is so important. Adefemi.
Oh, I totally agree. I thought the video was so lovely.
Yes.
And it just shows that the governor does have a really good relationship with the youth ambassadors, with the youth in general. I love the little moment between him as a glasses wearer myself, switching off the glasses with the youth ambassadors. So a huge congratulations to the governor.
Yes.
Huge congratulations to the newly appointed youth ambassadors. And we're hoping that they'll do the good work of making sure that they protect the sanctity of this great state.
Absolutely. I wanted to read the names of the youth ambassadors, Ayo, before I go to the next story. But go ahead, really.
Okay. So this is another proud moment for Lagos State.
Yes.
So this started in 2017 when the first Lagos State Youth Ambassadors were revealed. And it is coming from the Ibile Youth Academy, where youths from different parts of local governments of Lagos State are brought together. They go through mentorship and intensive training. At the end of the day, they come up with this one state ambassador, then 5 regional ambassadors. And this is part of the governor's Themes Plus agenda, which he highlighted in the second term, and themes from the first, where he wanted to invest in young people, invest in education. So it's really great to see that there was a rigorous process to get in here. So each of them, with their wide smiles, truly deserve this spot. And I think it's just an opportunity for them to demonstrate their first taste of leadership and also be given that support. The Lagos State also has other initiatives like Latif Jakonde, youth empowerment sessions. So really big investment in the most critical asset that Nigeria has, which is young people, and it's great to see.
I love it. So the newly inaugurated ambassadors are Obadare, who's the State Youth Ambassador, Feza, Ikeja Divisional Ambassador, Bukola, Badagry Divisional Ambassador, Dolakbo, Ikorodu Divisional Ambassador, Mohammed Sharif, Lagos Divisional Ambassador, and Divine Favor Akpata, who is the Ekpe Divisional Ambassador. Fantastic. I needed to just, highlight their names at the end of the day. Good story coming out of Lagos State. Eko oni baje. Eko oni baje. Well, all right. Let's take another story now. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar met in Abeokuta, Ogun State, alongside former governors Aminu Tambuwal, among other political figures on Monday. The agenda of the meeting, even though unknown at this point, but it comes amid plans by opposition politicians to map out strategies to defeat the APC and win the 2027 presidential election. Rufai, we know that Atiku had said after that meeting that, it was a courtesy call to former President Olusegun Obasanjo and not about politics. I would like your thoughts on this actual story really quickly.
So the truth is, it could be a courtesy call. He could go see his former boss, they worked together. But we all know they had a fight after they worked together then. Atiku has been trying for presidency. This is not the first time. It's 2025, about 2 years on 2027 elections. Some people read political meaning to it.
Yeah.
Atiku obviously is showing the signs that he wants to run. A lot of people are in there, in the fray. There's the Peter Obi factor. There's, I'm hearing Saraki. I'm hearing tons of people that want to run. So they could have political meetings. Kwame Kwase is also in the fray.
Yes.
People want to run. But the most important thing I keep asking is, we campaign in poetry and we go on in prose. After all of this campaign of politics, how does he affect the life of a Nigerian person? I don't care who is president, and I say that strongly. I don't care where he's from. All I want is that we should be able to know his antecedents,
Yes.
his primary school, his background, where he comes from, because you have a right to know about your leader. We should be able to know if his head is screwed on. And you know why I'm talking about drug tests for political leaders in this country? We've seen politicians that are drug peddlers, that they're carrying drugs, that were arrested. And also, his goal for the country.
Yeah. Health record.
Health record. I also talk about health record.
You always talk about health record.
He has to be healthy.
I wanted to remind you.
And he doesn't have inhibitions.
Yeah.
So that's just what we're concerned about.
All right.
And I think Nigerians have deserved that good leadership they've been denied on all this while.
That's it.
And these are things that are not too much to ask for.
Right, right.
That's just what I'm concerned about. So they can do all their political meetings. Whoever is the best person, let the best person emerge. And if the person also emerges, we media will scrutinize the person.
We will. But you know what? I think that this coalition talks is quite healthy at this time. And because, you know, there's been talks about how the opposition is, you know, weakening by the day, weak the opposition. We don't really have a strong opposition. So I also just think, I mean, I do enjoy the conversation about the coalition talks. Well, we'll head over to the United States now, where President Donald Trump has reacted to Hamas after the group said that it will delay the release of more hostages, accusing Israel of violating their ceasefire deal. Trump said the Gaza ceasefire deal should be cancelled if all remaining Israeli hostages are not returned by noon on Saturday, February 15th. Well, Trump made the comment while signing a series of new executive orders, adding that if Hamas reneges, all hell will break out. Let's take a look.
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that because that's Israel's decision, but as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out.
All hell is going to break out. This man that took credit for the ceasefire deal is now saying that all hell will break loose. I mean, if Hamas doesn't release all the hostages really quickly.
We've said this earlier today. You cannot both be a mediator and somebody taking a side. If you're going to be a mediator in a dispute, you have to be in the middle.
Yes.
You have to make sure that both sides are satisfied. There is a reason why Hamas say that they're not going to release on Saturday, and there's a reason why they're saying it now, because they want to give enough time for their grievances to be remedied so that we can get to Saturday and they can continue the release of hostages.
That is it.
What Donald Trump is doing is unfair, and as Rufai has said many times, you are bordering on either creating a war yourself or what is it you said? That is either you
cause the World War or you create the condition for it.
This is what we're seeing.
That's what this man is doing.
I mean, you know, we will follow up on the story as always. Well, before we end,
people, welcome back. Yes, we have watched this video. Please, guys, what is your thought or what is your take on this video we just watched? You know, what has been trending or what is trending in is it in Nigeria? No, in the world, because even they talk about Donald Trump, you know, US president. So, beautiful people, Nigeria with their wahala. Every time I will start. Anyway, first of all, let's just begin with 2Face Idibia going to Edo State, you know. They spot him out in House of Assembly, and everybody was like a commotion was there, and all of us, we know of recent, since 2Face came out publicly to announce that he's separating, he is separating with his wife Anna Idibia. A lot of people has been coming out calling him out the way he is very, very ungrateful. Some are blaming 2Face, while some are blaming Anna. So, for my own take, you know, this thing that has been going, a lot of people have reacted to it, but I've never come out one day to talk about this matter because 2Face just came out to talk that he is divorcing Anna. But he has not really told us what really happened, what brought this divorce. And now we have been seeing him going to Edo State, which the rumor is that his new mistress is in the House of Assembly, is a member of the House of Assembly in Edo State. So he just went there. I don't really know what is their problem. Why the 2Face came out to say, I'm leaving my wife. Is it a prank? Is it reality? Even a lot of video has been going online, seeing Anna, split, talking, crying, a lot of things, which I cannot really place my finger on what really happened after how many years of marriage. And another thing, I don't just want to talk into this matter much because I don't know. Everybody have their own different problems. It's just when you come out and say your own, that is where people will understand what you have been going through. So the second one is that Adesina was praising his wife. Yes, that is one thing in this life. It's very, very good to appreciate your wife. We women, we like praises. Even God self, God in heaven self, he loves praises. When you praise your partner, when you appreciate your partner, you give that your partner effort, the zeal to do more, to be strong, to really believe, and that, oh, this my husband loves me, this my guy loves me, this my fiancé loves me. Not that the one you cannot, even though sometimes they want to talk about, you cannot even openly say I love my partner, or I love my wife, or I love my husband, because you don't want your side chicks, you don't want your mistress to hear that. That is why we always pray that God give us the ribs of our ribs. And as a man, you pray for God to give you the ribs, the woman, that God made out of your ribs, so that he will love you, because the word of God say 1 + 1 is 1. A man shall leave his father and his mother, in the 4 they become one. So if Adesina praise his wife, that is good, and that is what every man or every woman supposed to do. Yes. So my beautiful people, let's go to this UI student protecting for 100 days power failure in West. My beautiful people, I don't know. You see, Nigeria, only God will just help that country. Yes. Yeah, Oyo State, protecting on Oyo State, medical students coming out to protect in Oyo State, because of 100 days, no electricity, no power. And this thing has been happening every time. Every time one university will come out, they will protest, one will come out. We have been in this power failure for years. And you see, even the Minister of Power, if you go to his house, he's having light 247. He make plans for light, but you come to the people that he's ruling, people that is supposed to give light, like students, like teaching hospital. How can teaching hospital be blackout for 100 days? What of people that are being operated, they are being admitted in that hospital? How are they going to see? I want to just say something just now. 2021, I lost my mom. When she was sick, she couldn't breathe very well. She ran out of breath. So they took her to teaching hospital. And they have to support her with oxygen for her to be breathing well. My beautiful people, even the mask was still on my mother's face, and the power went off. Even the hospital could not even notice that there is no power. My mom was under that mask. He struggled and he gave up because there was no enough air. There was no enough air for him, and with the mask that covered all her face, she couldn't even breathe. So a lot of people has died because of power failure in Nigeria. How can people, a country just a country no light for 100 years, and university, a teaching hospital, how are they going to manage? Anyway, my beautiful people, that is not new in our country, Nigeria. So the second one is that Mr. Derrick, that is the Yanagua governor, that went to one, public school to greet them, that is what, according to what OG say and Rufai also, that is what we need in that country. Go encourage the student, go to school, look the way the environment is, look if that environment is conducive for them or not. As a governor of a state, that is your duty. Especially go to school, go to hospitals, go to all these places, market, to see if that place is really okay for people to sell there, if that place is really okay for children to study there, if that place is really okay for patients to be admitted in that place. That is what, not sitting in your office waiting for allocation, waiting for revenue to come, then you will be pocketing it in your shokoto and agbada. Anyway, no matter that Nigeria is very corrupt, our leaders are very corrupt, but out there we still have good ones that have conscience, that knows the importance of life, that knows that this is what I'm supposed to do as a leader. Anyway, kudos to Derrick that went to one of the public school there, just to cheer the children up. We saw the video. So the second one, where governor of Lagos State, appointed some youth as ambassador. Anyway, that is good to give people appointment, to put people in the position that at least they can become something. The problem is that one thing I don't like about Nigeria appointment, they appoint people that are with them, people that are supporting them. They don't appoint people based on their qualification. You understand? That is one thing I hate about Nigeria. If you want to appoint person, appoint somebody that, that position fit. He has that qualification for him to govern that area, for him to be in that place. But you see, in Nigeria, they give appointment, they give the employment to people that they want, the people that they have connection. Let me say connection, yes. People that have connection, people that can give Ghana must go. So all those things are not proper, yes. So kudos to our governor of Lagos State for giving appointment to giving appointment to some youth as the ambassadors. Yes, thank you, we appreciate you. So the another one is that Atiku and Obasanjo meet in Ogun State. Yeah, we know, according to Atiku, he said that me meeting with Obasanjo, we are going there for political issue, how we can be together, how we can join things together, how we can work things in Nigeria. We have our differences, but that aside, anyway, for me, there is no problem Atiku and Obasanjo meeting, because politics is give and take. As I used to say, politicians, they follow where belle face. Let me just speak within English then. They follow where belle face. So if two of them meeting, that one, if politicians are fighting, if politicians are fighting themselves, you as non-politician, don't even put your mouth, because tomorrow you will still see them together. Atiku still going to run for a president. How many times with Atiku? This is his ambition. Can't he drop the ambition? PDP are dragging him up and down for him to drop that ambition. He has done it. It's okay. Let somebody else go. You know, you must not buy because you want to be Nigerian president and it's not working and you are still there fighting, dragging yourself up and down. You know, anyway, I pray according to them, they say they are going to remove Tinubu. Let's see the way they will remove Tinubu. It's not Tinubu that I know. Tinubu that is already in the position. For me, I know that Tinubu is going to be there for another 4 years. It's not Nigeria. INEC, the only place they can defeat Tinubu is that when they rebuild INEC. First of all, let them remove INEC chairman. You see that INEC chairman, let them just, if INEC chairman leave that place, then we will have hope. As far as INEC chairman is still sitting there, and what is his name? Tinubu is the one that left him there because of the agreement they have together. So you people are just dancing here and there, tweeting just to come out and let people shout and let them. As far as say INEC chairman is still there, people should just forget everything and have your peace, hold your peace. Anyway, my beautiful people, if you have watched this video to this time, well, thank you very much for watching. Please like, if you have watched this video to this time, please subscribe to this channel, like, share, and my name still remains Joyce Anyanwu. For those that have been watching, thank you very, very much for always clicking my video to watch. Thank you. I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.